welcome back here with another promo for Cadenza and our live streaming and live shows here in Freeport, Maine. Very excited to have some guests here today to talk about what we have going on, staying safe during this COVID pandemic. And we're going to speak with Jay and Nancy Hewitt. Thank you so much for coming, guys. And we're going to keep our social distancing here, and so everyone's comfortable and feeling safe. And we're just going to chat, and you guys are going to let us know what you think. So first of all, again, thank you for being here. Now I understand that you have been coming to Cadenza in the past for many shows, right?
Right, we've been here a number of times now and enjoyed the live entertainment quite a bit. We've been coming really since it opened, and so we've seen several shows before the pandemic, and we've been here once since the pandemic in a very limited seating.
That's excellent. So I'm very curious to hear more about your experience here during this time of all the unknowns and hesitations. Many people are questioning to come and see a live performance. So let's get right into it. How, Nancy, how did you feel being so uncertain of what it's going to be like, right? You must have had so many questions in your head. How did you feel when you walked in to come see the show?
Well, I was a little uncertain, but we really wanted to come see the Cat Stevens tribute.
Yeah.
So we came, and it was just fine. I felt very comfortable while we were here. We sat at a table. There were a few other people at tables, but they were spaced far apart, and the venue was far from crowded, so it was just delightful.
Oh, good. And was it what you expected, or was it better than what you expected?
It was better than I expected.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was better.
And so that was when there was the plastic in front of the performer, correct?
Right. Yep.
How was that?
It was quite transparent, literally as well as figuratively. I mean, the guitar player that was there that night doing his music was, of course, behind the thing, but you could see him very clearly. But the microphones were catching his music and putting it on the speakers, which are all over the room. So the fact that he was behind this clear partition had absolutely no effect on the quality of the sound. So that was, well thought out and worked well for the group that was here.
So the experience still held a sense of intimacy for music.
Yeah, and even more so because there were very few people. It was a very
private show,
small crowd, and things were spaced out. So you really felt like you were part of the audience and not just somebody in a corner somewhere.
Yeah, I was at that show. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. So I was wondering, why do you think people are hesitating to come out and see live shows? I mean, we spoke earlier, and you made a really good point. Like, what you feel is right for you guys, where you feel comfortable, is you're choosing not to go out and eat dinner, not even to have takeout. But that being said, you felt comfortable to come to the show. Why is it, aren't people coming out? What do you think's going on with all that?
I think with the whole virus thing, it's fear of the unknown to a certain extent. And because we were familiar with the venue and we knew that it was that evening that we were here was going to be conducted in accordance with all of the state guidelines and things like that, we thought we'd give it a try and to see how it was. We knew that if we didn't like what we saw when we came in the door, we could always leave again.
You don't mean the music, you mean the...
No, I mean, I didn't mean the music, no. I meant the layout, of how things were going to be run. And, it was, the tables are very well spaced. This, being an engineer, I read the walls, so I know what's going on. So this space is licensed for 120 people, but as it's set up here now, there's only 12 tables. Each table has 2 chairs. So there's really going to be probably no more than about 24 people spread out in a space that's licensed for 120. So it gives you an idea that, if you want to maintain social distance, which we do, it's possible. And the night that we were here, the protocol was to wear masks coming in the door until you were seated at your table, and then, everybody was supposed to do that. So again, it was an opportunity to be out, see something live, and still be in a relatively safe environment. The way they had the bar set up, you didn't go to the bar, we used our phones to order, and the bartender basically brought what we had ordered to the table.
Wearing gloves and a mask, right?
Wearing gloves and a mask,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so, we didn't have to get up and wander around and mix with other people.
Right.
We basically stayed at our table, enjoyed the concert,
Excellent.
went home again.
So I'm getting a sense that you want to encourage people to come out and see live music here at Cadenza.
I think for people who want to get out, as most of us do, and see something live, this is a good place to do it because it's, very carefully set up to be a safe place to be.
Yeah, this is great, and thank you so much for coming out here to talk about this. And I'm sure I'll see you at a show coming up, one of these shows that I mentioned, hopefully.
Very
Yes, we're
definitely.
hoping to come next week, yes.
Excellent. I will look for you. And again, thank you for supporting live music.